What has occurred here? Who did this? How did this come to be? I don't know, but you know damn right well we have to jump off it, right? In a garbage truck nonetheless. That actually wasn't very... that wasn't very appealing. Hi people of the internets, my name is Revile2NR, and welcome back to City Skylines, where last time we built this beautiful zoo and listened to beautiful monkey noises and just had a great time. Today, we're going to be continuing work on the zoo and doing zoo-like things. No monkey noises today, it's fine. And also, we're going to be finishing this wonderful little island that I am just liking so much. Traffic's not too bad right now, but there's a lot of blank spaces. You can't have all these blank spaces in your city. It doesn't look right, does it? It just looks off. It's very off-putting. I don't like it. We're gonna fix it. But first, wow, we have a problem with dead people. So, we're gonna put in a brand new cemetery while we empty all the other ones out. And, I don't know, I think it looks very nice. Very nice just to have a nice little cemetery on the little island. And, obviously, I don't know why we didn't think of this the last time. What the hell? Tell me that's not awkward. That was kind of cool. I like it. He's not the only one though. Look at this. He had a friend who just decided against it and turned around and left. That's fine though. But I figured it would be perfect to have some ferry stops right here and also a ferry stop that goes to the zoo. It's perfect, isn't it? They're both on the water. And it just made sense to me, so we add them in. Obviously, have to do a little terraforming, put some roads in, and we're gonna have to redo the fences all around this place. Because now they kind of don't make sense. So we get rid of all these, and look at this. This whole time, wait for it. We're not there yet. I'll finish that thought later. We gotta hook in, the ferries. Good stuff. I just woke up, alright people? Try not to judge me too much. I'm trying my best right now. But look at this parking lot. This parking lot action. I have this obsession with parking lots now. I love them. They just add so much to the city. I try and fit them in just everywhere I possibly can. And I really do think it adds to the city a whole bunch. It just look at that. What a bastard. But look, they're using it already. I'm not even done setting it up. They're just all about it. Love it. Ah. And obviously we have to try and fit one in here too, right? We have that parking garage. I do like that parking garage, but it didn't feel very fitting for this area. But this, I mean, look at that. It just fits perfectly. Except for the ground's not level, so sometimes the lines don't always show up, which is kind of annoying, but you know, you don't really notice that sort of thing anyway, right? Nobody notices. It's fine, and just as per usual, hide all of your disgusting mistakes with beautiful trees and you can't go wrong. Look at that. It fixes everything. Alright. Second part of the plan. Walking paths. Perfect. Now they can walk up to the zoo after taking the ferry. I love it. And I still really like that hot air balloon. That's really nice. Oops. We kind of flood the place out, but it's fine. It's a quick fix, and it's back in business. And look at this giant mistake we did last time. Remember how we discussed the importance of fencing off your zoo? We left the whole side of it unfenced. God, I'm dumb. I can only imagine how many elephants have escaped at this point. Ugh, but look at, we unlocked some cool stuff. We got flamingos, elephants, sea life thing. Who doesn't like a sea life thing? And we finally have an excuse to use this little tiny island across the way for a sea life exhibit. I love it. Ah, it's so good. And originally I was just gonna have this one bridge on this one side to get to the sea life exhibit. But look at how far that is from the rest of the stuff. So, probably a good idea to also bridge over here, and eventually hook that up as well. Or, I say eventually, we did it right there. It's fine. And I noticed that the whales and such were clipping through the ground, so we gave them a little bit more room, you know? Because we're nice like that. We want to give them room to like frolic and play. I don't know if sea life frolics. I imagine it does. Who doesn't like a good frolic? But I figured as well we should put the flamingos on. They have their own island. It's Flamingo Island. How nice is that? We have an excuse to build stuff on that little island and have wonderful little bridges. I love it. I think it's wonderful. And now we have elephants. Who doesn't like elephants? They're the best. It's good stuff. This place is a frickin' zoo. I love it. Man. I don't really have anything else to say about that. That's fine. But also, I came to the conclusion that this place needed a bathroom. We put it in a little cafe and a souvenir shop because it is pretty far from the rest of the zoo, right? You might have to take a dump if you walk all this way. And I don't want to deny anybody that. You know? That could just lead to bad things if we didn't have a bathroom on this island. And we're gonna fence it off, but we're not gonna use the zoo fences, right? I don't think there's a need. It's not like the wildlife is gonna escape from this island. It's all fish and stuff, so they're fine. We just want it for safety purposes. Plus it looks nice. And on this island, I mean, nobody really cares if flamingos escape, right? It's not like they're gonna run amok in the city. Nobody cares, so they don't need a zoo fence either. We just put a little decorative fence. And we probably should do something else with that island. I'm sure we'll think of something, but it needs a little bit more on Flamingo Island. Look at the flamingos, it's great. How wonderful. So we got the flamingos, we got some whales and stingrays, and look at that boat. What a nice boat. Look at it. Oh, I love it. There's like stingrays. It's great. And who couldn't forget the elephants? Because elephants never forget, right? They just don't do it. They decided against it a long time ago. Alright, also I figured out why these had blue all over the place. They were floating this whole time. I didn't realize, so I fixed it. And I also got some train assets to just make this look even more busy, right? I love it. It looks like a proper rail yard. And we also got some more assets. Just a bunch of junk, right? We got these giant tanks, these people things. I don't know what they do, but I put them down anyway just to see what would happen. Nothing occurred, so I don't know what the point of that is. But it's fine, right? We got some tanks. We sneak them in here and there. Some scaffolding. It really makes the place look a lot busier. And I love it. This is giving me so many ideas for the next area that I want to build. It's going to be great. And as per usual, beautiful trees. And since this is kind of like dilapidated, we're going to put in a lot of overgrowth and rocks. I don't utilize rocks half as much as I should. So we throw in some rocks there too, just to busy it up a little bit. And bam, look at that. Look at that rail yard. It went by real fast. I'm sure you didn't actually see, but it's fine. We'll take a look at it later, I promise. And for this, I'm using an automatic path builder mod thing and delete it off straight away. Because I couldn't decide on what pattern I wanted for the middle, but I decided on whichever one I just selected there, and it looks pretty good. But we have to make some adjustments, and I absolutely love what happens to this. Watch in amazement. Look at how cool this is. You can see the people walking down and they go, nope. Then they turn around because they can't actually get off the path. So we had to move it anyway until, you know, they could figure their lives out. Look at that. It goes right to the subway and it goes over the parking lot. Tell me that's not awesome. That looks so cool. I love it. Cars can still fit perfectly under there. Sometimes things work out so nice like that, right? It's like a happy little mistake. Like, I forget what Bob Ross says, right? There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Was that him? Was that a Bob Ross saying? I don't know. I imagine it could be. He was a very smart man. And we try and move that, but no. The same magic can't occur twice. And move this over a little bit, right? Give ourselves some more room to work with, and guess what we're gonna put there? Bet your ass it's a parking lot. Of course it is. What did I just say about parking lots? I love them. And after we build all this stuff, you can see that the people really do utilize this parking. Because these types of roads that I put in with the trees everywhere, there's no parking on those roads. So these people actually do need a place to park their cars, right? It's a necessity, and it looks amazing. I love it. Can I fit? Oh my god, I fit one in there too. How great is that? I don't know, this kind of reminds me of the beach in New Jersey for some reason. Just the parking lot next to like a bay, I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up in my head. But it reminds me of the beach and I like it. And look, more paths. Always gotta have paths. I really want to get this mod where you can paint these sorts of things on. You can like paint concrete. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Stop me if you've heard of this mod. I want to get that because I do sometimes use just the paths to kind of paint in concrete, and it is nice to have paths everywhere. But I would like to get that mod and do even more. I just want like every mod imaginable for this game. I love it. But look at this. These people love paths. It's great. And as per usual, you know, safety first, gonna fence it all off because it makes it look nice and we care about our citizens just oh so much. And for some reason it took forever to try and, there you go, fix that, move on. And yeah, paths, fence, good, rinse, repeat. It is coming along nicely though, isn't it? I really do like this island, and I'm very glad that we decided not to key off the entire island, and we just kept it fresh and au naturel, right? No keys on this island. I think it actually looks better. We finally got it, guys. We got the monkeys. How cool is this? I thought about where I wanted to put the monkeys for quite a long while, and eventually I just decided right here. I was going to spread the exhibits out a bit more, but to me that doesn't, I mean, my only, what would that be called? My only thing to compare a zoo to is the Philadelphia Zoo, right? It's the only one I've really been to, and it's not very expansive, right? Everything is pretty close. All the exhibits are pretty close to one another, and it made me think about Wally World. And how Wally World looks so much better when we chopped it in half and kind of condensed everything. So I figured we're gonna do that here right off the bat. Kind of keep everything condensed and close by. And then once we unlock everything and everything's done, then we'll resize the zoo to its proper size, right? It might not take up this entire space. And if it doesn't, I don't know what we're gonna do with the rest of the land, but we'll think of something, right? I'm real good at thinking of things. I'll think of something, don't worry. Look at the elephants, I love it. I love the zoo. It's coming along great. I'm glad that I put off building a zoo for a pretty long time. Because you know, you have to be in the right space. Not only the right headspace, but you have to be financially stable to afford a zoo in your city, right? Oh my god, that's terrifying. It's more nightmare fuel. These people are so scary. Jesus. Man, but yeah, we're financially stable as a city. We can afford nice things for our people. And look at this. Look at this beautiful zoo with all these really, really rude... What are they? Mascots? Is that what they're called? Look at this. I'm pretty sure just cartwheeling for days. They just walk around and annoy the animals. I'm pretty sure that's their job. That's all they do. Where are we off to? Look at this. Just going across. Look at this guy. Did you just really cartwheel at me right now? Like, that's just rude. You don't do that. You don't do that to people. I don't care if you're an alligator or not. Alright, so we're going over... We don't have a name for this one little island. We're gonna have to name... Should we just name them both Flamingo Island? Right? Just out of pure laziness? Just refer to both of these islands as a single island and it's just Flamingo Island? I can get on board with that, because then I don't have to think of another name. It kind of helps me out. Look at this, we're walking right over to Flamingo Island too. That's awesome. I love it. I love the fact that you could do this in the game. We should walk around our city more often, right? Just go for a nice little stroll. There's nothing like a nice little stroll. It's good for the soul. Right? God, I'll shut up for a second. I'm sorry. Let's go look at some flamingos. I said I would shut up for a second. I can't. I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible for me to shut up for more than 2 seconds. I have problems. So what are we doing now? You bet it. You bet it. Oh god, I can't English. I don't feel like editing that out. It's fine. We're building the park. Look. I wanted to build this beach park over here for quite a while. We're finally gonna do it. It's not gonna be the fanciest thing, but it is gonna look pretty nice, right? We're gonna put some beautiful paths in. Look at this, right along the buildings. That's gonna be a nice place to jog, isn't it? That's like a jogging paradise, and I love the way it snakes under the highway. So you can go and visit that abandoned tanker that's just washed up there. I would totally hang out there. I mean, come on, especially if I was like a teenager or something, I'd be hanging out by that tanker all the time. People probably get mugged there all the time and stuff. It's great. But pop in some bathrooms, right? Public rest facilities for all the people at this park. How nice. And I considered putting a dock there, but I want that little tanker area to be like a hidden secret, right? It's where all the teenagers hang out. There's no gazebo down there. There's no dock or anything to check out. It's a hidden little area. And I had such trouble with this stupid fence. Look at it. It would not behave. I couldn't move it. But don't worry, look at this. I got skills, okay? I have all the skills. Check this out. I get it done. Look. Bam, bam. Move it. Snapped right into place. How cool is that? Nice. I'm so happy because I was getting so frustrated with that. This game really does anger me sometimes, but I'm just an angry person. It's fine. Video games, I love video games, but they have to be some of the most frustrating things sometimes, aren't they? But as for this beach in particular, I popped in a bunch of beach towels, right? Because it's where you go to get some sun. And I would imagine, picture the view across from that beach, right? You can see the whole major city skyline from across that beach. Oh, it's great. I want to put more of these big rocks around the island too. I want to readjust them as well because I don't think they're sitting quite right. But look, just a little bit here and there, and the island is pretty much done. It's looking pretty killer. I like this little island. I think it was a great addition to our city. And this little rail yard, it's so simple, but I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my little rail yard. Look, it's got a conveyor belt. Maybe that's how they used to load passengers on the train. I don't know. You just chuck them on and pop them right on the train. I don't know how they did things back in the day. Just a thought. Well, look at all this little garbage and stuff there. It's great. I need to get some more garbage off the workshop, honestly. Can never get too much garbage off of the workshop. But holy hell, look at this city skyline. Tell me you're not impressed. Try and act for 1 second as if you're not impressed with how cool that looks. I can't even believe I built this. Holy crap. And just in case, we never checked this city out at night. So we're about to. Oh man, this is so cool. Talk about light pollution though, holy crap. We're really not doing the world any favors right now with all this light pollution, but it looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at this place at night. I want to live here. Why can't I live in this place? Man. I love it. I love this game. I can't stress enough how much I'm really enjoying building this game. Building the game? No. Building a city in the game. I can't English today. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's fine though. I'll figure it out. I learned how to speak English before. I'll do it again. But that is where I'm going to have to go and end it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, hit that like button. Wait for it. Check out the windmill thing. Oh, look how cool that looks at night. I love it. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!